So here is something that you may find very interesting and at the same time totally unbelievable. Now, a lot of people are saying to me, why are you speaking German? Like I am speaking some foreign alien language that is so vastly different from English. And maybe you don't know the history of German and English. Quite to the contrary, German and English are very much related. Brothers and sisters, cousins. English and German actually descended from the same West Germanic branch of languages. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, right? But let me tell you this, English and German, interestingly enough, both have the exact same alphabet. I bet some of you didn't know that. Absolutely. Except that German has an additional 4 letters which they call umlauts. Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, really weird. You see, like many languages, German was spread by either conquest or trade. So if you paid a little attention in your high school history and probably, in your college history and world history, you would have known that the Germanic tribes, Ingles, the Jutes, and some say the Anglo-Saxons, actually invaded Roman Britain. And that is why they were able to influence the language and gave rise to English. Now, don't get me wrong, English is very mixed. For example, unbelievable, like 35% of the words are actually borrowed from French. I know. But then you ask yourself, well, why isn't English a French language or related as much to French? And that has to do with the basic construction of English. The same grammatical structure, very similar with German. As I said, you're using the same alphabet. But I know when you hear German, sometimes you're like, oh my God, this is not related to English. But there are a lot of words in English that are also Germanic words. For example, 30% of English language is actually German words. And of course, the rest is probably Latin and 1 or 2 borrowed from Arabic and other languages. But the core is German, French, and Latin. Yeah, if you take a look at it, you'd be like, oh my goodness. So when you see me speak in German, he's like, what are you doing? No, I'm actually familiarizing myself with a brother or cousin language. And many of the words you use every day are Germanic words. For example, hamburger, beer. These are all German words. And of course, kindergarten. Kinder is actually the word in German for child or children. And if you listen closely, sometimes there are so many words in German that sounds almost exactly like the ones in English. But to me, I find Germans speak so fast. It's really fast. So I guess with the combination of words, you tend to not notice the words in English that sound extremely similar. I mean, there's simple words like perfect, complete. It's pretty much sounds just like the English word. And how about stuff like orange, apfel for apple? So I hope we've been enlightened a little to realize how so closely connected they are.